Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano State has said that miscreants who vandalized the Kano State High Court during the August 1st nationwide protest in the state have carted away documents containing corruption charges filed against the former governor of the state, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, who has been facing multiple charges before the State High Court. Governor Yusuf stated this when he paid an on-the-spot assessment visit to the Kano State High Court, which was vandalized by thugs who hijacked the nationwide protest a few days ago. In a statement made available to newsmen by the governor's spokesperson, Sanusi Bature, quoted the governor describing the vandalization of the court as a masterminded and stage-managed mission in which the hired miscreants carted away the documents to shield the former governor, his family and aides from trial. He called on the youths in the state to desist from being used by detractors to engage in violence. Rather, they should concentrate on skills acquisition for a better future, emphasizing that the government will not relent in securing the lives and properties of the people of Kano State. Asims, what do you make of these developments? Case files missing.
Thank you. You see, Kano State is becoming another theater of the absurd. And unfortunately, it's one of the states in the north central, whatever they call northwest, that the governors are not performing. If you go to Kaduna, you see activities, construction work going on everywhere. The governor is showing you what he's doing. You go to Katsina, you're going to see, what is going on there. Is it Borno State you go to there, you will not see activities going on, even on social media. But in Kano, nobody has been able to even show me one bridge, one kilometer bridge that was constructed by Ganduje and even this man that is in power. And unfortunately, Kano is where you have the largest numbers of Almajiris in Nigeria. Aminu Kano called them the Talakawas. Almajiris are the most dangerous human species on earth. They act like the African dogs in the Serengeti because of hunger. No governor, apart from Abubakar Rimi, that has been able to address the hunger, pain, pangs, subjugation, famine in the midst of plenty in Kano State. That is why you see these protests that took place in Nigeria, governors' protests, they had their own agenda, different from the one we had here. You can see Kano youths, young boys, but even not youths, teenagers, going to the police station to go and take signboard of police, take it to their house. Traffic light, they were removing it because the people there don't even know, they don't even know whether there's government or what. So I don't know what they are doing about it. And money is being voted. Do you know that Kano has the largest number of local governments in Nigeria? And 43. That makes it in the federation account, Kano, even though they produce nothing, there's no oil, there's nothing. They earn more than even River State when it comes to sharing. If not for derivation, the oil producing states will not be any like Kano State. Because in the constitution, how do you share? They say population and number of local government areas. And Kano will come and gag himself and say that there are about 10-15 million people after Lagos 25. People have asked, where are these people? So they get so much of the federation account and waste on frivolities. Now they have started again. Other governors are commissioning whatever. This kind of governor now, what he's doing is to go to Almajiri, create problem. They fought about Court of Appeal. They almost won Court of Appeal. It is as case maybe. They now came back. He's fighting a battle with Ganduje and whatever. Is that why they brought it to power? Now, do people think they are talking to idiots or fools? I'm not one of them. I'm not an idiot. I'm a lawyer. If you steal the file, What is news about that? Is it only one file you have? The file you submitted, if I'm going for a matter, I have more than 5 duplicated, copies of writs I've already filed. One for court file, then one for the parties in the suit. So if they stole it, does that mean he's going to shield the governor from prosecution? Are you the people that originated those things? The evidentiary documents that you had there, that you take by those exhibits, are you not the ones that front loaded them? The originals are with you. Are you not the one? I'm asking them because they think we are fools. This man is playing to the gallery. If you can reach it, let me talk to him on phone because I don't understand. You can't come here to come and tell us that so I don't understand. Okay, they have stolen okay, let's say they have stolen the court file, the file in the court. What about the DPP? What about the Ministry of Justice? Don't they have their own files? Duplicated the same. So, you see, this thing is just a distraction. Because this man is going to 2 years, now going to 3 years. He has not done anything. He has been bringing 1 or 2 things to say Ganduje is not this. He is fighting battle with Ganduje. Nothing has happened in Kano. Whereas the Kano people are suffering. There is no development in Kano. Kano also, you see Emir. He came and brought Emir, removed this Emir to another one, take the Emir to another place. What kind of government what is happening in Kano? That is the question I'm asking. You see, are they operating from another republic? These are things I want to know. Because when people make this kind of thing in news, I just look at them and say, what is wrong with these people? So they have stolen or vandalized. You are not even talking about the court building. The files are with you. Only one was out of 100. Anyway, coming to the point, I will not be surprised if truly somebody, maybe they send people to go and pick the file because they are ignorant, they don't even know what they are doing. If somebody can go and take traffic light and put it down in Kano, why would they go for file? Not knowing that the government has 10 of those files even with them. The judge might even have one of them in his house. So you think when you take it that everything is just going to die. It's the level of their mentality. So in Nigeria here, the level of their mentality in Kano State, I don't have any apologies for Kano people. Because they are causing problem for the federation called Nigeria, as case may be, right now. If not Emir Sanusi and his brother invited change of tone, it is as case may be, is the governor Ganduje and whatever as case may be. We are tired. The only thing now we say is, on this, lastly on this is that yes, if they see fine, why would that surprise me? Is it not in Nigeria they say snakes swallowed millions? They told us before that snakes swallowed millions. It's in Nigeria. That even recently rice sent to people for alleviation. We found it in one village, and found them in the market. So anything can happen in Nigeria. During the COVID-19 period, countries of the world donated. We now found that Indomie that were made for people were found inside the bush. They were just getting rotten away. So anything can happen in Nigeria. I'm not surprised with all these things. But let us not begin to distract me and distract all of us. What the man is to do if he does not know what to do is this. Call your AG, your Attorney General of your Kano State. Say they have stolen the file in this thing. Bring your own, duplicate it and send back to the judge or the court. And the matter will start. It's not an excuse for you not to perform.
All right. Honorable Lan, what do you have to say about this matter?
I think my legal counsel here has given a lot of blow to it, but although some of the things he also highlighted to me as a politician from the political wing are immaterial, but I think I need to make certain things clear.
What are the things you say are immaterial?
Like when he said that the governor has continued to play to the gallery because of the feud between him and Ganduje and all of that. We already know what is happening in Kano State.
That doesn't make it immaterial.
Hear me out so that you can know the reason why I said so. Okay, maybe I withdraw the choice of word, precisely. Now, in Kano State, precisely, there has been a whole lot of drama, like you said. You agree with me from 1999, precisely 2003. Engineer Dr. Rabiu Kwankwaso was the governor of Kano State then, and they had this particular political structure called the Kwankwasia movement. has always held sway in Kano. And just like one of the major pointers he made, Kano, Zamfara, and some other states within the north are among the top 5 most impoverished states in Nigeria, not minding whatever they get in terms of allocation, in terms of all sorts, not including appointment. Because when you come to appointment, if you remember the last administration of President Muhammadu Buhari had a lot of northerners, especially from Kano State, because then Ganduje was the governor of Kano State. But it's just so bad that even when you have people who are representatives, it doesn't translate to the people the dividends of democracy. And also, look at what happened during the end bad governance. Just like when we were saying in the southeast here, in the south here, we're seeing a protest. But in the northwest, what we're seeing was a regime change agenda, you know, which is totally not the same thing. And that is the honest truth, because these people continue to popularize themselves by creating a lot of children, a lot of people, making all the out-of-school children, they're high in number over there. Now you ask yourself, how many schools are there in Kano State? How many of these state-owned schools have standard teachers, have standard equipment and facilities? And among all these things, the same state where all these activities continue to go on, some politicians continue to use people that they're supposed to represent. Because I must say that, in as much as we've also given some credit to Ganduje in some cases, I must tell you, listening to what Ganduje said immediately after the presidential election, immediately after the swearing in precisely, when there was a meeting between himself and Rabiu Kwankwaso at the presidential villa, he said in his words that he heard that Kwankwaso was in the presidential villa, and that if he meets Kwankwaso, that he was going to slap him and go physical with him. Now, that tells you the level whereby people that are held at high esteem, people that have, you know, occupied exalted offices, you know, continue to condescend so low, both in character and in their expression, you know, and it's so bad. And just also like my legal counsel also said, most of these, whether the papers are burnt or not, they are immaterial. We can always get the copies of those things. There are acknowledgements here and there. There are a lot of papers to, you know, to get all those. But the truth remains that people who carried out that particular activity, it was properly staged, just like the governor said. But my advice on this particular subject is, when Engineer Rabiu Kwankwaso was the governor of Kano State, he did some beautiful things, the same with Remy, and he also came back again and did some wonderful things. But so far, between Ganduje's 8 years in office, these are the reasons why we continue to say, why is it that whenever a successor comes, instead of them to fight the right battle, like protecting lives and properties of the state, defending the people, providing or bringing dividends of democracy to the people, you know, as against, you know, what they call it, political godfatherism and the rest of them. Rather, it turns around for them now to, you know, become so imperious upon themselves, you know, treating the people with utter disdain, and as well as, you know, show a lot of shenanigans and recklessness, you know, to the people. Because at the end of the day, in all of this crisis, who are the people suffering? The members of Kano people, the Kano people, because they are the original owners of the state. As a matter of fact, the Kano people are the real government of Kano State. But because of what we continue to witness every day, you know, it's an issue. So I would advise the governor to go back to the oath he took to serve the good people of Kano State, provide dividends of democracy. It is true that, yes, we know how the elections continue to go, you know, because sometimes whenever they are united, their elections also affect the national election. But they should try as much as possible, because most of the people that are in other states causing problem or causing issues are mostly moved from Kano State down to other states in Nigeria. So there is need for the governor to do a lot of work so that the people of Kano State can enjoy dividends of democracy. And I will submit by saying that Theodore Roosevelt said that the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. For Kano youths, they should refrain from violence and try as much as possible to engage in meaningful activities that will aid them and bring dividends of democracy to their people. Thank you.